What's going on, guys? Today we're going to talk about a fragrance from the house of Motif Olfactif. Hopefully I'm saying that correctly. They do have a fragrance I have heard of called Monoasis, but that is not what we're reviewing today. I've got something else, and I don't even know how I got this, but we're going to check it out. So strap up and let's go for that ride.
Okay, dinner for two. I watch that head move side to side as I let this in into the room. You are on time, let's connect minds. Trying to get into a mood. We gon' be fine. Close up the blinds, no rush. Finish the food.
All right, welcome to the Scent Bubble. I'm your host for the evening. Check this out from the house of Static Olfactif, or not Static Olfactif, completely different house. Motif Olfactif. This is Vetu De Vert, Ruckus EDP. Don't worry, I'm going to show you guys this because on my tester, I have all kind of stuff. Oswald Pare, maybe that's the perfumer, Vetu De Vert, and Ruckus EDP, and then it says Motif Olfactif. So we're going to get to the bottom of this, but before we do, let me let this stuff dry down. I'm going to spray it on my wrist, spray it like this. Ooh, 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 ooh. Whoa, whoa, whoa. This thing is screaming out of the nozzle. Woody, mossy, green, super dry though. Wow, this is dry. If you ever wanted dry wood, no pause, gosh, this is in the air. Is this an straight EDP? Are you serious? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. It's more palatable on the test strip because it's a little sweeter. But gosh, what does that smell like? On my skin, it is crazy different than the test strip. On the test strip, what I'm getting is, I hate to use this analogy, but I got to speak my heart on this, guys. You're in woodshop class, right? And you have you're making those little cars, you know, those little arts and crafts woodshop cars. I almost called them bumper cars. I forget what they're called. But you're making that and you have a bunch of extra scraps of wood, like cedar or something, right? And you take them to the back of the wood shop, which, you know, it's exposed to the outdoors. You walk back there and there's a field of grass and you just drop the wood out on the grass. You know, these are my scraps of cedar, right? Drop them on the grass. You got this dry, warm, scrappy cedar wood sitting on a bed of grass. And to your surprise, when you go back inside to finish your little, you know, craft project, you see in the corner of your eye that a dog comes up and takes a piss on the cedar wood. He's smelling it around and he just takes a leak on it. And you're like, are you serious? I got to pick up those scraps later. Man, I should have thrown them in the trash. And you come back later and you just smell kind of a urine soak to the freshest cedar and the freshest cut grass. And so your heart's conflicted because you smell this pristine luxury earth just collide with this dog urine and you're pissed off, literally pissed off. That's what this smells like for me. I get this extremely grassy, mossy, dry wood experience that's a little bit warm, and that kind of ambery tint on it rather than being sweet is almost making this, you know, this tart urine accord. Somebody asked me the other day, I described something as, might have been African leather. I called it tiger piss, or some other fragrance I said smelled like piss. And somebody said, how do you know it smells like piss? I'm like, are you serious? Have you never used a urinal in your life? Have you never been in a bathroom? Are you really that done up? What do you pee sitting down? You never smelled urine before? Like, come on, dude, this is crazy. But yeah, I don't like this, guys. And the scary part about it, let's switch screens here. I had to actually take you to the Motif Olfactif website. This is the fragrance in question that we're smelling. I'm even getting a little bit of a head nausea here. Ruckus EDP. So initially I thought it was like Motif Olfactif. I don't know the way they've done the titling here. It looks like this is the house and this is the fragrance. I don't know what the story is. Well, let's just click it and learn. I didn't want to have to learn tonight. The brand is a natural progression in my fragrance journey. So it's one person, a journey that started with smelling fragrances in the mall, exploring niche and indie, fragrances made around the world. I found the fragrance community on YouTube and began reviewing fragrances that I found compelling. My taste tends to lean towards creative and enjoyable scents. I love unique and complex blends. Unique is under describing this fragrance. I want to know more about the magic behind fragrances, and my curiosity and passion led to me to create my own fragrances. My work is inspired by harmonious locations, family experiences, sometimes sparked from interests from a new material. That's what this smells like. Like he just got a new material and he was trying to work with it. So this is one guy, I guess. But then my question is, Vêtu de Vert Ruckus, is this, it's either a line of fragrances, which I'm not seeing here. Yeah, the titling on this is extremely confusing. But what's even more crazy is we're smelling the EDP. There's an extrait on here. Look at this. An extrait in this, I can't even picture. Oh my gosh. Can I see the notes in this? 16% concentration. It smells like 45. Elemi, bergamot, pink grapefruit, vetiver, cypress, oak moss, ylang ylang, jasmine, cedar wood. There's that cedar I was telling you about. Indian sandalwood, patchouli, hinoki wood. Whatever that wood is, the cedar wood, the oak moss, the cypress, the vetiver, and the bergamot is what I get out of this. Similar, the sibling to Vêtu de Vert. So Vêtu de Vert was a fragrance, and this is a flank to that. Okay. Now that's starting to make a ton of sense. Greenery jumps off the skin as it carries a new zest for life. I do get some zest, a feeling similar to the original, but brighter and lighter. Smooth green aquatic tones, no. And subtle florals highlight the ruckus vetiver. Yeah, you know, I'm a vetiver lover, and this is vetiver purism at its finest, but I don't like what's going on here. It's not only a purist vetiver, but it's tainted, it's tarnished by what I imagine to be the cypress, the elemi, and the ylang ylang is ruining this fragrance in my mind. It's creating a piss accord that is like urine soaked on the finest woods and grass available. You know, it's almost like this is what the urine would smell like if like a very posh dog, you know, or a posh cat, you know, like the cat from Dr. Evil and Austin Powers, or like a bougie little like, you know, stage poodle or something, you know, just pranced around and just took a light piss on your party. That's what this would smell like, you know, bougie piss on some of the finest soil and earth ever made. Yeah, this ain't it for me. In fact, I can't rate it because I don't want to disrespect it for people who are into this type of thing. I don't think my rating would be helpful. My skin does not treat this well, but even on test strip, though brighter, still has the same effect. This is scoreless for me. And when it's scoreless, I hesitate to talk about the seasons and the alternatives and all that, because everything is on the table for an alternative to this. And so I am just going to stop the review by saying I am not a fan in the slightest. No, you guys know me. You've been watching me for a long time. I'm a very optimistic person. Even though I see things black and white, I try to create as much gray area as possible for people who have a different mind than me, of just bringing you the information and giving you a couple different ways to think through it. But this ain't it for me. And I don't even think, I can't even say in my heart that this would be for anyone unless you're really into some things that I'm completely unfamiliar with. So if you just like strange fragrances, maybe put your nose on it. Definitely sample it. I don't care who you are, you have to sample it. But this is not for me at all. I don't even see any real redemptive quality to this. This doesn't even make me want to go back and smell the original or the extrait. And I'm a vetiver lover. I don't mind some dirty vetiver. I don't mind some soapy, inky, earthy, dirty, green, clean. So, I don't mind any of that. I can recommend fragrances on all spectrums of vetiver, but this, even like true hay-like vetiver, I'm not off-put by any of that. Even though I know most people with vetiver like it to be mixed in and not to be the star of the show, I don't mind any rendition of it. Supporting actor, star, leader, vetiver purism. This to me is just disorienting. It's abrasive. Again, it does dry down to be smoother, but it's like instead of being punched in the face, you're just tastefully slapped. You still just got slapped and you still don't like it. Yeah, so I'm not going to rate this. Definitely a men's fragrance, not a women's at all. Please smell this before you buy it. If you have it, if you like it, please tell me why in the chat. Which one do you have? Do you have the original Vetiver, Vêtu de Vert? Do you have the Ruckus? Do you have the extrait? If anyone has this, please be a voice of balance in the comments section. Tell me what I'm missing about this fragrance, but it is garbage to me. I wouldn't put this on anyone's skin, and it's rateless for me. With that being said, this was Motif Olfactif's Vêtu de Vert Ruckus. And if you have any questions or comments, please put it in the comments below. I rarely don't rate a fragrance, but I'm sorry to report to you guys. I thought Monoasis was a really popular fragrance, So we're going to have to, I'm not going to give up on the house, but this particular fragrance, way not it for me. Anyways, I've been a trombone of annoyance tonight. Hope you guys got something out of this review. Again, please help other people out in the comment section if you've dealt with this at all and have an opinion outside of what I think. But I hope you guys have a blessed rest of your week. And until next time, take care. Peace.